my name is Micah Watson and I'm a music composer and music producer. I often hear people talk about creative block and what to do when you get it. I personally can't relate to this feeling in its entirety because I've never not been able to write music. But I have felt times of sluggishness and increased difficulty in finishing and getting my ideas down. So today I'm going to share with you a few of the things that I do to help avoid those situations, and when they do arise, how I get through them. Number 1. Journal every day. I read a book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and in this book, she tries to help people become more creative. One of the things she punts is to do these things called morning pages. Morning pages is like journaling every day, but you have a limit. You need to fill X amount of pages, and for me, I write 3 pages every day. In my journal, I write about disappointments from the previous day or things I'm looking forward to doing this current day. I also write complete spam, or sometimes I doodle. The reason I've kept this practice up is because it helps me actually decipher what's going on in my creative head and what's going on in my kind of more rational head, and how I can blend these two things together. It's actually such a freeing thing to know that when I write in my journal, I can be and do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want, and no one, hopefully, is ever going to read these things. If I'm really struggling to write something that day, I'll think of a very encouraging statement, and I'll just keep writing that over and over again. This really helps in combating negative thinking, as well as keeping up the habit of journaling every day. Number 2. My number 2 tip in preventing creative block is to create every day, and I mean this in the particular medium that you're working in. So if you're a painter, paint every day. If you're a musician, do music every day, be it performing or composing. And if you're an actor, act something every day. It doesn't have to be long. Even if you're in the queue at a till and you're using this moment to interact with the cashier in a different persona, then do that. Be in the habit of working on your craft every day. That way, when days come where you don't quite feel like it, you're already in the habit of creating, which is already half the battle won. My number 3 tip in preventing creative block is to build a habit of motivating yourself every day. Now, I don't know what your beliefs are about self-motivation, but this definitely is a habit that you can practice and improve on. You might always tell yourself that you can't do it, or that you're not good enough, or that you'll never be able to be good enough, but that is simply a lie, and to overcome that lie, you need to replace it with the truth. In this case, you need to replace it with good things like you can do it, with practice you will get better, you will eventually land your first client, and sure as Bob, it will happen. What I do, and this is slightly embarrassing, is I actually talk to myself. Being self-employed and working from home, I don't have colleagues that kick me in the ass when I'm not doing my job, or I don't feel kind of competitive pressure around me, so I have to do that for myself. I have to tell myself, you can finish this job, or only take a break once you've done this line, or once you've finished this melody. And I do that in a positive, reinforcing way. And in so doing, I keep myself motivated and encouraged to finish the job, as opposed to encouraging myself to quit before I'm done. Okay, so now you have a problem. You haven't been practicing these habits and you honestly feel blocked in your creativity. You can't seem to write that poem, you can't seem to finish that song, you can't even lift a pen to do that sketch that you wanted to do. Even the best of us have bad days where things just don't go according to plan. Well, these are my tips to help you get out of that.